I think we should probably just get into to what we're going to talk about here, the definitive ranking of all of the women, the female super women of the MCU. And actually, that's important to define.
I like that you threw that little adjective in there.
Super?
Yes.
Yes. So it starts with Aunt May. No, just kidding. No, all
She's super hot, according to Robert Downey Jr.
All the characters on the list are characters that either have superpowers, have a super suit, or have been in some sort of superhero-ish situation.
Yeah, and also they have to have like a substantial amount of screen time, because there's a handful of characters that we really love, but we don't want to just list every character in the universe. So we've got a list of 11 here. We've got a couple honorable mentions in Aunt May, in Hela, in Lady Sif, Nakia, all of the Carters, whether it be Peggy or her daughter, whose name is escaping me.
Sharon.
Sharon. We've also got Maria Hill, and of course the lovely Natalie Portman as Jane Foster.
Jane Foster. Yeah, so, these are some of... I think the one that stands out here to me is Hela, because I'm a big fan of her. I thought she was awesome.
You and I love Hela more than anyone else.
No one else likes that character.
I actually watched Ragnarok again the other day, and she's just such a badass.
Yeah, she's sweet.
She's smoking hot.
Yeah.
And, like, she's took incredible care of herself.
Oh, Cate Blanchett?
The fact that
Cate Blanchett is a living legend. She is, like... I can't even get enough Cate Blanchett. Huge fan.
And the fact that she's the villain in a Marvel movie at her age, like just doing what she does, the fact that she's a badass, the fact that she catches Thor's hammer and crushes it with one hand, and I'm just like, yep, because that's what Hela does.
Here's my question to you, and I don't think I know the answer to this question, or if I do, it's going to escape me. The earliest thing I can remember watching Cate Blanchett in that she was like legit was The Aviator, and that was 2004.
You're missing Elizabeth's. Both of those Elizabeth movies were massive.
Is that the 90s?
Yeah, the first Elizabeth I used to watch my art history class in high school. My teacher was obsessed with it, and she got an Academy Award nomination for
And then
that.
Elizabeth, the Golden Age.
The Golden Age,
which was a few years later.
And the first one is her and Jeffrey Rush, I believe.
Yeah.
And that was where she got her breakthrough, I think.
So I couldn't remember that. So yeah, but
I shouldn't have told you that.
I agree with you on every level about Cate Blanchett as Hela. Just a huge fan. When we did our review of that one, I know we were both big fans of her. She just really does not go wrong. She's like one of the most, if not the most talented actors on the planet. So
right. And remember, guys, this list is completely subjective. This is literally just Ben and I talking about who we like to see on screen the most, who we think is the most badass, who we think has the greatest trajectory moving forward in the MCU. So at number 11, to kick it off, our least favorite of the super women.
I mean, but still, number 10, still sweet. Or 11?
11. It's 11. It's Mantis.
Yeah. I was going to try to do a Mantis impression now.
Don't do it.
It's bad. It's not. It's all bad.
For those of you that don't know, Ben's mother's sitting in the room. She's nodding her head in agriement. Yeah. Don't do the Mantis impersonation.
Yeah, Mantis, a funny character. She's good comic relief.
She's great comic relief. I almost love the comic relief that Drax adds just talking to Mantis more than I like Mantis.
First appearance, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
A really underrated MCU movie, but there's so many good ones now that it's...
It's tough. Why is Mantis number 11 for us? Is it because she's kind of annoying? Is it like for me, I wanted to get her lower. I've heard not the greatest things about her on set.
Oh, interesting.
And that just bothers me when I hear stuff like that.
For me, Mantis, the reason she's a little lower for me is that I think that she's a nice like comic relief touch character. I think but I wouldn't want to see a Mantis movie. I wouldn't want to see a Mantis show.
I would not want to see a Mantis movie or show. And I argue that she should be higher on the list because she's actually the one that subdues Thanos for as long as she does. However, and honestly, the fact that she is able to do it to Ego as well when he's a god, essentially.
Yeah.
I find that very impressive, but I don't want to watch a Mantis movie. I don't want to watch a Mantis origin story. I don't even want her to have more screen time, honestly. I think she's just the perfect amount. So, next up on the list, if we get a little closer to the sweet ones.
Yeah. Okoye.
So awesome.
Danai Gurira.
Yeah.
Formerly of The Walking Dead. She's so sweet, both in Black Panther and in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like, she has great moments in Black Panther. She's fierce. She's awesome. Like, she is tough as shit.
I feel really bad for the actress they replaced from Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, move, or I will move you to Black Widow or whatever.
Is
by the
she
car.
supposed to be?
I think that's supposed
the
to be
same
Okoye.
character.
I think so. I could be completely wrong,
okay.
But I thought I'd heard that. But yeah, she's a badass. She's awesome. I just really like her as an actress. I loved her on The Walking Dead. When I saw her pop into this, I was like, what a perfect place for you to fit into.
Yeah. It's a great role. She's great. She looks great with the bald head.
She doesn't need, that's a tough thing to pull off.
Tough thing to pull off.
Anyone.
Yeah.
But again, I don't really care to see her more than I've seen her already.
Yeah, what is her line to Daniel Kaluuya? I'm trying to remember in Black Panther.
Oh, when she's talking about my love and all those things, and how
and
she
he
would
says,
like,
and it's like Neil or whatever. Is that what happens? What?
It's something about like, she basically says, "For my king, I'll kill you," or something like that. That I just love. There's just no qualm. I have no qualms with sticking you.
Yeah.
It's the mother of my child.
Yeah.
That's forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.